All right, so for our last presentation, we have Lydia Tang and Maggie Hughes presenting together. They're going to be presenting on We Can Do It, introducing the Community Developers Queue. Lydia has been the Special Collections Archivist at Michigan State University since 2015. She joined the ArchivesSpace User Advisory Council in 2016 and has been with the Development Prioritization Subteam ever since, serving in a leadership capacity since 2017. She led the Staff Interface Enhancement Working Group in 2017 and is Vice Chair of the User Advisory Council. We've emailed before, if you can tell. Maggie Hughes is the Archival Processing Manager at the Huntington Library in San Marino, California, where she leads a team dedicated to processing archival material, manuscripts, and printed ephemera. She previously held positions at UCLA, the Getty Research Institute, and UCSF. She's currently serving on the board of the Society of California Archivists and is chair of the ArchivesSpace Technical Advisory Committee.
Good morning, everyone. So yes, we're here today to introduce a new status in the ArchivesSpace JIRA Kanban boards and explain how you can get involved. So just a quick overview of how the Development Prioritization Subteam works and who we are. So Maggie and I are the co-leaders for the Development Prioritization Subteam. It's a cross-council subteam consisting of members from both the User Advisory Council and the Technical Advisory Council. In collaboration with the program team, DevPri prioritizes hundreds of feature requests and bug reports that you all have logged here and routes them in many different ways to queues such as awaiting more information. And if they're your tickets, we want more information. So please go ahead and comment in on them. And sometimes will not do in case it seems to be too repository specific or ready for implementation. That green light right there. And so that goes on to developers from here. But so while DevPri has been working very hard to increase our capacity for fielding these tickets, there's also an additional sticking point of just developer capacity. So this graph shows the amount of tickets logged at the top and the amount of tickets that have been resolved, gone through the whole lifespan to the point of a pull request and then be resolved. So we realized that we needed to prioritize the prioritized tickets in order to help the developers work on their backlog of tickets. And enter TAC. And Maggie.
So meanwhile, the Technical Advisory Council had been having ongoing conversations over the past year during our monthly meetings about how to encourage an active community of developers. And this is a charge which is assigned to TAC by the ArchivesSpace governance bylaws. To remedy the unprioritized backlog and to accomplish TAC's goal, in collaboration with Christine, we developed a Ready for Community Developer queue. So this new status is for tickets regarding smaller and more straightforward changes to the application, changes that are nice to have, but not critical. They probably don't touch a lot of parts of the application and basically would be perfect to highlight as opportunities for community coder participation. So we hope that this new status will shorten the backlog of tickets for the ASpace program and developer teams, allowing them to prioritize their resources more efficiently, as well as work towards the TAC goal of encouraging that active community of developers by making it easier for people to identify tickets and contribute code. So now you can see that if DevPri passes a ticket, it can go to either Ready for Implementation or Ready for Community Developer. And so we decided to start implementing this new Ready for Community Developer status by going through the JIRA tickets that had already been passed by DevPri, and we're waiting in the Ready for Implementation queue. And we evaluated each of those tickets in terms of their candidacy for this new status. We took the summer to review tickets that were in the Ready for Implementation list of both Kanban boards, which includes bug tickets and feature request tickets, and route viable tickets to the Ready for Community Developer status. And I want to shout out to our DevPri members who helped with this: Alicia Diedelick, Edgar Garcia, Tara Gillings, William Mudrow, Julia McGinnis, and Patrick Galligan. And then Christine, Laura, and Lainey have all helped with this. So as of now, we have 32 tickets in the Ready for Community Developer. And now a little on how to use this new status. So to get started, you need a JIRA account to create or comment on tickets or be eligible to be assigned tickets. Anyone can create a JIRA account for themselves. You don't need to contact anyone at ArchivesSpace for approval or anything. You just click on the little door with an arrow in the bottom right corner of the JIRA website to create your new account. And there's also a new Kanban board for this Ready for Community Developer status, where you can see all the tickets that are in this queue together in one place. And the link is here on the slide, and I think that'll also be online. All right.
So, how to contribute code or documentation? Anyone is welcome to submit a pull request to improve ArchivesSpace, but before assigning yourself a ticket for the first time, it would be best to have a short orientation first. To do so, please contact Lainey right there, ArchivesSpace Tech Lead, to go over general expectations and mechanics for developing ArchivesSpace. Once you've gone through the brief orientation, Lainey will add you to the developer group and you'll be able to grab a ticket whenever you want. Development for ArchivesSpace is conducted in sprints during which new features are implemented, bugs are fixed, and chores such as updating part of the application stack are completed. Developers and others willing to update or create documentation are welcome to contribute in any given spirit. If you have experience with ArchivesSpace and are willing to take on work considered a priority for the community, you're welcome to join the ArchivesSpace Scrum call and commit to open issues raised in the sprint planning. So please contact Lainey if you're interested in getting involved. People who want to work on a particular ticket should assign themselves to it. Note that it's important to assign yourself a ticket before you start working on it so that people are not working on the same thing and duplicating effort. The source code is available on GitHub, and this is an area that I have little expertise in. So first off, you have to fork the ArchivesSpace repository into your personal GitHub account and download it, make your code edits. If you're resolving a bug or feature reported on JIRA, then your branch name and commit message should reference the JIRA issue number, or otherwise name it appropriately. And finally, make a pull request at GitHub. All core contributions should include unit tests and will follow the best practices and guidelines outlined in the contributors guidelines document. So this is, again, referencing stuff on our wiki. If you or your institution would like to make a larger code contribution, such as developing a new feature and adding it to the core code, again, please review the evaluation process documentation and contact ArchivesSpace Program Manager Christine DeBella with any questions to begin the process.
Okay, so we hope that the new community developer status is helpful for the ArchivesSpace community, all of you. If you have feedback on improvements or new ideas or questions, please contact us.